Hi, we're with Steve Bountress and Brian Hour, the Executive Director and Operations Director of Historic Ships of Baltimore. We've got to bring folks into the loop because before the break we were kind of giggling and all of a sudden we're on the air. We were talking about submarine humor. Tell them what you said.
I was like, well, I always ask people, what is the difference between a submarine and a regular ship? And the difference is that all ships can submerge, but the sub can come back up.
And we were sitting there going, okay, submariner humor. Here's a little more trivia about a submarine. It's not a ship, it's a boat.
It's a boat, exactly. So it's been here since 1972. It was first built in 1944, and it's been in Baltimore, and we want everybody to come back down and see it.
And given its position in the Inner Harbor and in front of the aquarium, it's in every promotion shot of the city of Baltimore.
Absolutely. And it's going to be even more. Sail 250s coming up in June this year, June 25th, and as you can see, we're getting her nice and brightened up. A lot of paint work has been done this winter.
It really does look good.
So the whole fleet, our hometown fleet of Baltimore, is here looking great and waiting for the crowds.
Now, let me give you a little history about the Torsk. She was known as the Galloping Ghost of the Japanese coast. This is a fact. And fired the last shot of World War II?
Correct. Torsk's captain had successfully navigated into the mined Sea of Japan. And in that position, on August 14th, 1945, she sank the last two enemy ships of World War II, and the ceasefire came the next day.
I mean, that guy was a bad Montana. Wait a minute, the war's going to end the next day. Sink him.
Yep.
That's a tough dude.
Yep, yeah. It was quite a feat to navigate through the minefield where you have no windows. So it was all done by instruments and experience.
Incredible. We only have 30 seconds left. How did we come in possession of the Torsk?
I actually don't really know. The sub came here to Baltimore first in 1972, as Steve said, and that was an era when this whole area is being redeveloped, and often museum ships, when they're decommissioned, the Navy's just looking for a place to put them, and we had berthing space, so we got a sub.
And Annapolis is right there, and the rest is history. Tomorrow is National Submarine Day, which is why we're here, but coming up next half hour, there's a sort of a sobering piece of trivia involving the Torsk that we will be discussing. You're going to want to stay tuned. All right, let me throw it back to everybody now in Studio A. Welcome back with Steve Bountress and Brian Howard, Operations Director, Executive Director of Historic Ships of Baltimore. If you've just moved to the area, you may not know about Historic Ships of Baltimore. There are 4 ships and a lighthouse.
That's right. 4 ships and a lighthouse. This is our hometown fleet, and for one ticket price, you can see all the ships. If you only get to one ship during the day, you have a full year to see all the rest of the ships.
What's that ticket price?
$22 for adults.
That's cheap.
Yeah, it's great.
That really honestly is, given what you can see. You've got the Torsk.
Yep.
You've got the lightship Chesapeake next to the Torsk, the Constellation.
Yep, and the Coast Guard cutter on Pier 5 and the lighthouse on Pier 5.
And the lighthouse is not to be missed.
That's right.
The lighthouse is really kind of cool.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Come up and see where the family lived, and that lighthouse was right off this river, right at the mouth of the Patapsco River.
So, getting back to the submarine, we've got the big 250 celebration.
That's right.
She's got a fresh coat of "You Can't See Us" gray paint.
That's right. And we have submarine volunteers this week who are renovating the inside. We're getting ready for Sail 250. We'll have thousands of people here, and we encourage everybody who's local, come down, see and support your hometown fleet.
Now, you guys getting ready to pull the submarine and paint the bottom?
No, just the inside areas, and we just finished a painting on the outside. All the stuff above the waterline just got recoated, including the decal.
But you know what? Inside, and I think K2 will even vouch for this. Inside is clean. It's
amazing.
It's really cool inside a submarine.
We have scout groups sleeping every Friday and Saturday night on this sub right here. So they're spending the night on board in those bunks.
Okay, real quick touch on that. We only have about 45 seconds.
Yes.
They sleep on the Constellation. They eat on the Chesapeake.
That's right.
They sleep in the submarine.
And they sleep on the Coast Guard cutter every weekend. How
does someone, if they have a scout troop or a community group, get in touch with you on that program?
Just go to historicships.org, and you'll see all the information there. And before we go, Marty, we want to thank you for all the years of supporting Historic Ships. You've done so much for us, so we want you to have this hat and celebrate the Torsk and the Volunteer Sub Day.
That is a good one. I'm honored. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We do have one piece of trivia, though, and it's somewhat sobering, but we've got to bring it out. the Torsk fired the last shot of World War II, but...
Well, she was, until a few weeks ago, the last sub that sunk an enemy, the last American sub that sunk an enemy ship until a few weeks ago. So now she's the last sub that sunk one during World War II. And it just shows that the technology that's used today is the same that would have been found on here. So these boats are still relevant to how things are done in the world today.
Come on down, see them all. 4 and a lighthouse. Thanks so much for the... Let me sound hip. Thanks so much for the lid.
There you go.
All right. Back 30 years ago, that would have had a bad connotation.
That's right.
Back to TV Hill.
All right, Marty, thank you so much.